Hi, now is it possible to predict the outcome of every game in the Premier League season? That's what we're trying to do. Welcome to Predict the Score. Right then, boys, we're back again, giving our predictions for match day 32 coming up in the Premier League, and a look back at how we did with match day 31. But before we start, let's have the answer to last week's Statto question. Who has scored the most Premier League goals out of Michael Owen, Thierry Henry, Frank Lampard or Robbie Fowler? Anybody like to have a stab at that?
Yeah, but I think it's going to be Lampard.
It is actually Frank Lampard with 258 Premier League goals.
Played a bit
Now,
longer, didn't he?
a lot of people would have gone for Thierry Henry because he's a striker.
And he's got a lot of penalties.
You've got Michael Owen, Henry and Fowler, all strikers, but Lampard being a midfielder, scored more goals.
That's good going.
Right, okay, this week's Statto question. This is a bit of a tricky one. What do these four players all have in common? Right, Kyle Walker, Vinnie Jones, Rio Ferdinand and Harry Kane. Okay? Give us your answer in the comments if you can guess what links all those four players, yeah? What they all have in common. Okay, right, let's have a look at match day 32 coming up. That's Saturday, Sunday and Monday games again. Right, Phil.
Yes.
You've got Man City versus Palace. And I think Palace will be up for this. They'll sniff a bit of, yeah, we can get these.
This could be an FA Cup final.
It could be. This could be This could be a run, a dry run for the cup final.
And Palace, they're playing some good football.
Yeah.
They're playing really well. I don't know what's happened to Haaland now. Is he still?
I
still
think
out?
he'll still be out injured.
Season, yeah.
And we know no De Bruyne for next year. Is he just on the beach already? Is
I
he
don't
giving
think
up?
that really matters.
No, he could be on the beach. But okay. So I'm going to go for Man City 1, Palace 1.
Ooh,
1-1.
the big 1-1. Right, your next game, you've got Wolves versus Tottenham. I mean, Wolves got to feel a bit more relief. They're probably safe now. They probably feel a bit of safety. But Molineux is a difficult place to go for anybody.
This could go either way. You don't know what team, what Spurs are going to turn up. You don't know, do you?
You don't.
Wolves, they are good at home.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to go for something different this week. I'm going to go for Wolves 2, Tottenham 1.
Oh!
So
Really,
different.
so close, so close. Right, Statto, our remote member, he's got Newcastle versus Man United and Bournemouth versus Fulham. Right, Newcastle, Man United. Oh, it's a tough game. It's always a good game. This is going to be particularly difficult, especially at St James's Park. Newcastle are well up for this.
Oh, yeah.
He's got Newcastle 4, Man United 0.
Wow.
Oh, ouch. That's right there.
Big.
Big man.
Big.
That is right there.
It's very big.
But I kind of agree with you. And then his second game's gone Bournemouth versus Fulham. Now, I think this is tricky because this is a potentially playing off for Europe. Because it was in the news yesterday that English teams are going to get 5 places in the Champions League this year.
Yeah.
So there's going to be all sorts of European places up for to go for next year. And I think these two teams could be in there with a shout. But he's gone Bournemouth 2, Fulham 1 on this one.
Fulham will be on a high after beating Liverpool 3-2.
They
Very well, yeah.
Bournemouth drew again, didn't they, or
Yeah.
something?
They did,
Yeah, West Ham 2 each.
Yeah.
Right there, Mr. Lover.
Yeah.
You've got Southampton Villa, your team, and Brighton Leicester, and then it's your bonus game as well.
Yeah.
So Southampton Villa, what are you going
Got
to
some
go for?
bankers there, mate.
Oh, you've got 2 bankers there. You've got
Two
the
bankers.
Yeah.
Need some points there. You're on bottom of the table.
Yeah, I'm going to go Southampton 0, Villa 3.
Okay.
This is your week. You could overtake
Yeah.
me, yeah?
You could get a lot of points here.
Yeah, so I'm going to go Brighton 2,
Yeah.
Leicester 0,
Yeah.
I like to
Bonus
go for
game.
that.
and I'm going Chelsea 3,
Oh,
Ipswich 0.
he's gone for the nils. He's gone for all the nils. I think
They're going to go to Stamford Bridge. They're going to buy that too.
Chelsea don't score a lot of goals.
I think you're going to get
Are
3 points.
Ipswich down?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think they're going to
The
turn.
players are still playing for
Chelsea-
contracts somewhere else,
Yeah,
can't
but
they?
Chelsea are playing for top 4.
Say they.
Yeah.
I can see Chelsea giving them a.
I can see
hiding.
myself being bottom.
I think you've got 3
I
points. I
honestly,
think
I
you've got
can't.
3 easy points
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Because as we all choose out, we get 2 games a week each, and we go into a table. We get points for if we get the correct scores or correct results. All goes into a little table, and we get a trophy at the end of it. The loser gets a bit of a forfeit. At the moment,
Yes.
Carl's bottom of the table.
Only by a point.
Only
No,
by a
but
point. So with these, you
Yeah.
can get 3 easy
Well,
points to
no,
get yourself
yeah.
back up the
Yes,
table.
could be right back up.
We'll get onto the table a bit later. Right, Dave, dangerous Dave. Get that. Right, Dave, Kino Dino, you have got Liverpool, West Ham, and Arsenal, Brentford. I think that's two tricky games, ain't it?
I say the way Liverpool have been playing at the moment, you know, it's like I think they already think they've got the title,
Yeah.
which they should
Already on
still
the
do.
beach.
Yeah.
But at home, I still think they keep that record of only
I think-
losing
I
one
think-
at home. So
yeah.
I'm going to go Liverpool 2, West Ham 1.
I think
I think it'll be tight though because they don't seem to be like free flowing at the moment.
Yeah.
Liverpool.
So I think this is the trickiest game. Arsenal,
Yeah.
Brentford. 'Cause you don't quite know what Arsenal team are going to turn.
No,
up.
but I think
is it going to be against the team against Real Madrid
this
or team against Everton?
yeah, this is the thing. You don't know what players they're going to be playing.
Yeah.
But they're going to be on a high.
Yeah,
Oh,
they will.
After
They'll
being
definitely.
like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go for Arsenal 2, Brentford 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were going to chuck a Desmond in there for a
No,
second.
Desmond.
Right, my games this week, I've got the banker. I've got Chelsea versus Ipswich. You're right, Chelsea are playing for top four, aren't they? They've got to get in that top four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ipswich, they're doomed, pretty much.
Yeah, well,
Pretty much almost mathematically gone.
Mm-hmm.
So they're playing for pride. But does that pride mean they're really going to fight for it? Something to prove. But I'm going to go Chelsea 3, Ipswich 1 on that one. And now I've got a great game. I've got Forest versus Everton. Dave's team, Forest. This was a really difficult one. I ummed and ahed over this one.
Everton have drawn a lot of games at the moment. A lot of
You
games.
see-
Since Moyes come back in.
yeah,
Plus you've got Everton who've got Pickford in goal. He's
Yeah.
playing really well. So Everton don't concede very many
The
goals.
Forest Sal's.
Exactly.
He's
So
13 clean sheets.
but
hasn't
yeah,
he?
yeah.
So this
But-
is a hard one to choose. I'm glad you had it.
yeah. So actually, I'm going to go Forest 2, Everton 1
Ooh.
on that one. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you will
Yeah.
just nick it.
At City Ground. So you know.
Yeah, I think you'll nick it.
We need points now, just to cement that top 5.
Like I say, that's our predictions for this week. I will put them up on the screen, and you can pause it, and you can read it on the toilet. We all know we do it. Right. Okay. We'll look at how we're doing with last week's games. Like I said, we get 2 games a week each, plus one person every week gets to choose a bonus game, which was Carl's week this week.
Yeah, last one, Carl.
Yeah, that's the last one.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, that's one.
All the points we get a point for every correct result that we predict, and we get 3 points for every correct score that we predict. All goes into a nice little table. Winner gets a trophy at the end of the season, and the loser not only gets a trophy, but the loser has to forfeit, has to present this video at the end of the season wearing the shirt of their team's rivals.
Game's
So that's going to
close.
be Phil. You're going to have to
Forest.
wear a Forest shirt because you're a Leicester fan. Carl, we're ordering your City Blues shirt because you're a Villa fan. Dave, Forest fan, so you're going to wear a Derby shirt, and I'm going to have to wear a Liverpool shirt, being a Man United fan. Right, let's have a look.
Yes.
Phil,
Yes. Bad week.
you got nothing for Everton Arsenal or Fulham versus Liverpool. It's a biggity bong, 0 points
It
for
is
you, I'm
what it
afraid.
is.
Statto, got nothing for Ipswich Wolves or Palace Brighton.
Terrible, isn't it?
That's a biggity bong, 0 points for him. Mr. Lover, you got nothing for the Manchester Derby. You did get correct result for Tottenham versus Southampton. That's a point to
Well
you.
done, Carl. Well done.
Dave, correct result for Brentford versus Chelsea, and a correct score for West Ham versus Bournemouth. That's 4 points to you.
Yes.
Well done, Dave.
Nearly them.
needed.
Nearly them.
Yeah.
What can I say, boys? Me, nothing for the Villa versus Forest, but correct result for Tottenham versus Southampton, and a correct score for Leicester versus Newcastle. That's 4 points to me. We've put the table on the screen. What can, there's nothing to say there, boys. I'm got the lead again. Phil, is it a Derby shirt we need to be
I
ordering
think so.
over the blue shirt?
Yeah,
for
I
Carl?
think it's
I
right
think you
there.
mean Forest.
Forest.
Forest shirt, yeah.
Forest
You are slipping down the
I
table.
am.
There's a
I
bit of
know,
a gap
could
there
be.
in the middle. There's a bit of a gap.
I think I will be bottom after
I
that.
need to defend my title. I've got 6
I've
points.
got the games this week.
No,
I
I
think,
think
I
you've
think,
got
I
games.
think you could get at least
Yeah.
3 points there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you'll
Yeah.
overtake that easy.
Yeah.
Right, okay, well that's it for this week. We'll be back next week with our predictions for match day 33. It's all getting a bit tight now towards
It
the
is.
end of the season. Everyone's getting nervous. And we'll get the results from next week's games and the answer to this week's Statto question. But until then, enjoy your football.